Don't forget Afghanistan. Don't forget Afghanistan. Don't forget Afghanistan. Don't forget Afghanistan. Don't forget Afghan women. Don't forget Afghan women. Don't forget Afghan women. Don't forget Afghan women.
We're all here today because we all feel deeply hurt and angered by what our sisters, the women and girls inside Afghanistan, are having to experience at the hands of a tyrannical regime. The 8th of March, International Women's Day, is not only a reminder of the immense struggle that has gone for centuries to liberate women from violence, inequality, discrimination, and injustice. It is also a reminder that our shared struggle and solidarity must continue because so much remains to be done, because violence against women remains high, because inequality,
because discrimination is not eliminated, and because for millions of women around the world, justice is just a dream. The women of Afghanistan today are, without exaggeration, the worst victims of violence, discrimination, and injustice. When an entire generation of girls banned from school and millions of women are out of public life, how much worse can this really get? Once again, in the span of a few decades, Afghan women subjected to the worst form of gender-based violation and subjection. But this time, we will not suffer quietly. We will be loud, we will scream, and we will bring the voice of Afghan women who are inside Afghanistan outside to raise their voices. While millions of our sisters who live under the Taliban rule are unable to raise their voices because they fear persecution or because there is no free media in Afghanistan, we will raise and become their voices. We, the Afghan women living in exile, and women from around the world who share our cause and stand with us in solidarity, will not fear from marching from city to city, from country to country. We will raise the voice of Afghan women, and we will do everything to remind the world that there are women in this world that are not allowed to go out of their houses. There are women, there are girls who are not allowed to go to schools.
Es ist unverzeihlich, hat unser Bundeskanzler am Sonntag gesagt, wenn wir schauen, wie mit Frauen in Afghanistan umgegangen wird. Menschenrechte für Frauen in Afghanistan, Fehlanzeige. Und stellen Sie sich mal vor, wir waren über 20 Jahre vertreten in Afghanistan als internationale Gemeinschaft. Und was war das Ergebnis dieses Einsatzes über 20 Jahre? Dass Frauen jetzt noch weniger Rechte haben als davor.
Real solidarity is not only in marching on streets and shouting out slogans. We must find any way we can to support the millions of women who are struggling to resist discrimination. We must think about the thousands of widows who are the breadwinners of their families.
Therefore, our reason for gathering here is raising our voices has twofold. One, we condemn the continued gender-based discrimination of the Taliban regime in the strongest possible terms and demand for its immediate end. Afghan women must be allowed to enjoy what indeed the most basic, the most inalienable rights of any human being around the world. Second, we are here to demand actions from the international community. In particular, we ask the European Union to review its policy with regards to Afghanistan. Any recognition of the Taliban government must not be even considered while the anti-women policies of Taliban are still in effect.
We also call on stronger and more targeted sanctions against Taliban leaders, including travel ban and restrictions on high-level engagement with them. While general sanctions against the country could hurt the poor people, notably women and children who are already suffering from hunger and malnutrition, targeted sanctions against Taliban leaders will put pressure where it is needed. We call on the EU and the international community in general to support a meaningful political process, including an inclusive inter-Afghan dialogue which will lead to a legitimate, broad-based government, including all segments of the Afghan population, including women of Afghanistan. Finally, we encourage the EU and European countries to stand in solidarity with the people of Afghanistan, especially Afghan women, and build an international alliance of countries inform Afghanistan's neighbors, regional countries, and global powers to support a peaceful, just, and economically self-reliant Afghanistan.
Don't forget Afghanistan! Don't forget! Don't forget Afghan women! Don't forget Afghan women! Stand with Afghan women! Stand with Afghan women! Justice, justice for Afghan women! Justice, justice for Afghan women! For an education for Afghan women! For an education for Afghan women! Freedom for Afghan women! Freedom for Afghan women!
I thank you once again. Happy 8th of March. In peace and solidarity with women of Afghanistan.